Midway through the week, welcome to CNN Student News. I'm Carl Azus. Thank you for making us part of your day. Our first report involves martial law. This is when military forces take over a country, usually in an emergency, and this is what's happened in Thailand. Tensions there have been building for months. People are strongly divided over Thailand's former Prime Minister, Thaksin Shinawatra, and his sister, current Prime Minister, Yingluck Shinawatra. A coup kicked Thaksin out of power in 2006. He's now living in exile. Many of those who oppose Thailand's government think Thaksin is still calling the shots through his sister. But there are many who support him and want him back in power. And these two sides have been fighting each other in violent protests. Well, after a lawsuit brought by senators who oppose the current leadership, Yingluck Shinawatra was removed from government earlier this month. The instability that followed is why the army says it imposed martial law. It says this could last a few months until things calm down, but it also says this is not a coup, that the military is not forcing a change in government, and that people should continue business as usual. Yesterday, in the town of Moore, Oklahoma, a bell, a prayer, a remembrance of 24 people killed by a tornado 1 year ago. It was an EF5, the most powerful classification of twister. It was a mile wide in some places, and it left a 17-mile-long gash in the landscape. There were scenes of unbelievable destruction, block after block where only foundations were visible. City officials had to make new street signs so rescuers knew where they were going. 353 people were injured. A school, a medical center, businesses were lost. But for those who've chosen to stay, ground has been broken and rebuilding has begun. Today is the public opening of the 9/11 Memorial Museum in New York. It centers on remembering a dark chapter in American history and honoring the ways Americans overcame it. But that's not the only thing that distinguishes it from some other museums. Unlike the Smithsonian, for instance, the 9/11 Memorial charges a fee for the general public to get in. And another source of its revenue, which is accepted at other museums, is controversial here.
Praised for its beauty and dignity, there's growing criticism of high admission fees, $24 to get in, and the sale of souvenirs at the gift shop.
I think it's a revenue-generating tourist attraction.
Jim Riches shares the same sentiment shown in this New York Post headline titled, "Little Shop of Horror." On sale, items such as silk scarves with images of the Twin Towers, bracelets, and stuffed animals. Not the way Riches says his son Jimmy should be remembered, a firefighter killed on that day.
Basically, making money off my son's dead body. I think that's disgusting.
What we know is it's the right thing, that when visitors come here, they want to take a keepsake away.
Joe Daniels is president and CEO of the September 11th Memorial and Museum. He has spent the last 8 years developing the site, which will cost an estimated $65 million per year to run. The museum receives no government funding and relies on donations, revenue from tickets, and money from that gift shop. Should you be extra sensitive about what you sell there?
You know, the truth is, this is the United States of America, and the number one thing is, if you don't like what we're selling, don't buy it. The number one seller in our gift shop is a book called A Place of Remembrance, which talks about the building of the memorial.
Do I expect to say that everything we've done here is absolutely 100% right? There's always bumps in the road.
Lee Ielpi lost his son Jonathan, who was a firefighter here. And while not perfect, Ielpi says the 9/11 Memorial Museum is like the USS Arizona Memorial in Pearl Harbor, or the Oklahoma City National Memorial and Museum, which are also located at sacred sites and have gift shops.
Somebody has to pay for these things, regardless how powerful it is.
For Ielpi, the feeling he has for his son when he sees his name at the reflecting pool far outweighs any controversy.
It's reflecting absence. It's as if their souls are falling into the water.
A fitting tribute for Jonathan?
For all of them, yes, absolutely.
Jason Carroll, CNN, New York.
Time for the shout out. What was the occupation of the person who designed the current American flag? You know what to do. Was it seamstress, Marine, student, or senator? You've got 3 seconds. Go. Robert G. Heft was a 17-year-old high school student who designed the flag for a history project. That's your answer, and that's your shout out.
He got a B- on the project because his teacher reportedly thought it was unoriginal. But when the design was accepted by the U.S. government, the grade was changed to an A. You're going to see a lot of those Robert G. Heft design flags across the U.S. this weekend. Monday's Memorial Day, when America remembers its fallen servicemen and women. Whether you know anyone who served in the U.S. military, chances are you've seen troops portrayed in movies. It's part of a long-standing partnership between Hollywood and the armed forces.
Whether it's launching a coordinated attack on Godzilla, using precision aim to take out pirates in Captain Phillips, or killing Osama bin Laden in Zero Dark 30, America's favorite blockbuster hero is America.
Hello. Gee, looks like I'm back in the movies again, doesn't I?
From the patriotism of World War II to the special effects of modern day, the U.S. military has long had a symbiotic relationship with Hollywood. In many of these films, the Pentagon offers its expertise, equipment, and locations in exchange for some oversight as to its big screen portrayal.
When it comes to the movie industry, they want authenticity. It's much cheaper for Hollywood to go through the military than to stage something like that completely on their own.
By glamorizing the armed forces in this theater, the Department of Defense hopes to bolster its ranks in the military theater while boosting morale for those already enlisted.
It's about portraying the military in a positive light, spit shining their image. If we talk about retention, it's making people in the military feel proud of what they do, and it's almost like a campaign video.
The practice of using the military for film cameos is not without its critics, such as former Navy SEAL Harry Humphreys.
It's gotten out of hand. There's entirely too much being discussed about a community that lives on the fact that it's a group of folks that thrive on a concept called silent pride.
After all, movies like Godzilla may glorify enlistment for young fans, but obviously it's far from the true gore of real battle. Still, after more than 10 years at war, the line between America's movie stars and war heroes continues to blur. Frag out! In 2012's Act of Valor, real Navy SEALs portrayed themselves. While last year's Lone Survivor paired actor Mark Wahlberg with Navy SEAL Marcus Luttrell to tell the story of Luttrell's real brush with death in Afghanistan.
How close is it to what happened?
I would say it's as close as you could possibly get without having to have killed some of these guys up on the mountain filming it.
I've never been more proud to be a part of a project like this. Through the news and different various media outlets, you don't really get the same kind of impact. An understanding of what these guys do for us.
Whether the film industry helps or hurts that understanding, one thing is certain: the villains in these films do not stand a chance.
We're taking roll from around the globe today. It's Worldwide Wednesday on CNN Student News. In New Brunswick, Canada, great to see all the students at Bath Middle School watching. In Bucheon, South Korea, we're happy to be part of your day at Sangil Middle School. And in Cairo, Egypt, thank you for watching at the American International School of Egypt. A high school football wide receiver says his whole life changed in 5 seconds. Here's what those 5 seconds showed. He was just playing around, really, decided to throw himself a pass, a long one. He sprinted fast and far enough to catch it, and the cell phone video his friend took went viral. It made national news. Gary Haynes dreams of playing college ball, playing in the NFL. He's going to make this move part of his daily practice. With skills like that, you can see how his catch caught on. It's a good thing he did the pass of the pigskin and didn't pass on the pigskin, because just throwing something out there received a lot of attention and made for one feel-good story. We'll be quarterback to business tomorrow on CNN Student News. I'm Carl Azus.